Hello everyone, my name is Mima79 and today I've got some more daily race speed, but this race was just absolutely amazing. So this time we're in the Peugeot RCZ. I have sadly succumbed to the FF army, if you like. So starting first, I set a 56 dead, which isn't too bad, but I know I could go quicker. So we've got a Brit behind us, and this was just absolutely amazing race, so credit to him as well for leaving as much space as he could. So it's just an absolutely amazing one, like I said. So coming through the right hander, not the greatest run, he's right behind us, so we just got to try and defend. I do weave a little bit, but it's not too severe as he goes to the left anyway. Just a hint of a lift before the final corner, dipping 2 tyres into the gravel. And this corner, the track limits are absolutely ridiculous. You know, sometimes you can run onto the curb all 4 wheels and you'll get 3.5 second penalty. So coming down the main straight, we're just gonna let him go. You know, there's no point, it's lap 2, we might as well. So just hanging around the outside, we want to kind of keep a gap in case anything disastrous happens, because you know some people are quite unpredictable when it comes to their braking and their steering inputs. So just trailing the Brit through the start sector 2, clipping the apex of the corner and getting a really good exit. So we should line up and move into turn 1. It should be a pretty easy hit. All we have to do is just not screw up this exit of the corner. So get a pretty decent launch and this should be an easy kill. Sorry, easy overtake. So coming down the main straight, this should be a pretty easy move. We're tucked into the slipstream. We're going to pull over to the right hand side, and yeah, there's no point defending on lap number 3. So it's just an easy move down the inside. He does think about a cutback though, but it just doesn't quite work. So back into the lead of the race. The gap is about 1/4 of a second though, so any small mistake will be punished. So through the left-right sequence, you know, if you run wide you lose about 1/2 tenth, so you really don't want to lose any time there. Just going onto the inside of the corner there, not really what you want to do. Going on the right hand side of the curb just isn't a great idea. You lose a lot of time and you scrabble for a lot of speed. Again, dipping 2 wheels into the gravel, that's not what you want to do. But we do get a pretty decent launch off the final corner. But honestly, there's nothing we can do because, again, he's got the slipstream, so might as well just stick to the left hand side for now anyway. So he goes over to the right hand side. I wasn't sure if he was going for a move, but he just kind of stuck his nose in there and I had to let him go. So just kind of having to lift off because he was quite slow off the exit. So I'll go to the left here because I don't want to be right behind him, because if he kind of does something unpredictable, I'll just smack right into the back of him. So coming up into the right hander, just right behind, so we kind of be cautious and not go too quickly. He does get a pretty slow exit though, so we're going to try and make something out of it, but it's just not quite going to work. We're going to get him into turn 1 anyway. So out of the final corner, pretty decent exit. But this is something that he hasn't done yet. He actually goes to the right hand side, as you'll see in a moment. Yeah, he defends, even though there's still a handful of laps to go. So we're going to have to go all the way around the outside. He does leave us the space though. There is a little bit of contact, but I don't think that affected either of us really. So again, we're just going to have to tuck in behind and wait for turn 1 again. So coming up the hill, we've got a really good run. So just a hint of a lift there, and we've got our nose alongside, and we're going to send it down the inside. But we have to leave him space though, so he gets the overspeed on the outside. So really clean from the both of us. But at this point the Russian behind is actually closed up, so that's another competitor, if you like, for the lead of the race. So coming down the main straight, we're gonna go to the right hand side. He also defends though, but there's just a small enough gap for us to go down the inside. Pretty decent move, but he does think about the cutback, but we just get the power down early enough to prevent that happening. But all of us are separated by about a half a second here, so anyone could win at this point. So we just got to really, you know, not make any mistakes and not scrub off any speed, because, you know, they will capitalise. But we just get a better exit than the Brit there, so that gives us a massive boost of a couple tenths, which should theoretically help us not be overtaken into the hairpin. And when it's the final lap, that's just basically game over, because you can't really overtake. So coming on to the start of the final lap, he is in the slipstream, so you just got to be cautious of that. So the gap's about half a second. It's going down, but it's just nowhere near enough. We're going to go to the inside early, just in case of a massive dive bomb. Early on the power, shift up into third gear, because you do lose a lot of speed by sticking in second, because you get a lot of understeer, as it is an FF car. So through the S section, really nice and planted through there, and then through the right hander, early on the power, not running wide, so we aren't losing any speed, and we're just pulling out that gap to the Brit, which is what we needed really. So into the final corner, just lifting before the entry, so I could get better exit. But that's going to be it. Really good race, really enjoyed it. So if you could like and subscribe, and maybe turn those post notifications on, that would be great. So leave feedback under the pinned comment. But that's all from me. Take care everyone, and goodbye.